Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. We've got a lot to cover tonight. You might want to get yourself a drink and get yourself a little snack because we have got a lot to do. Now you might say, Kaya, we've seen this woman eat Burger King 50,000 times. Yes, I know, but that is not the reason why we are watching this tonight. Let's get into our drink of the day, and I'm going to do a quick little, I did scoot through this video to see if it was worth it, and I thought, man, we've seen Burger King 50,000 times, but there's some very telling things in this video that I felt like really needed to be addressed. So let's get into our drink of the day, and without further ado, we'll jump right into it. Now, I have been working on some different ways to do without the tablet. I might be up to something, but it might take me a couple days to figure out. I don't want to spoil it yet because I don't know if it's going to work, but I might be onto something, and it might be a little bit better for you guys and a little bit better for me. So, without further ado, let's get right into our drink of the day. We'll maybe do our snack of the day. We have a couple of them. Sorry, happy late Valentine's Day. Your girl fell asleep. I had a shower, woke up. It was like 3, 4 in the morning. I was like, there wasn't much to cover. She never did put out a video about Valentine's Day. She went in her community tab, I did notice, and asked, since she didn't have a Valentine's, Two was going to pick one of her subscribers. I don't know if she ever did that. I haven't seen, but we will be talking about the OnlyFans, but we're going to get to that in another video, so this isn't forever. Let's get into our drink of the day, and we'll get right to it. So, today's drink of the day, this seems to be new. Let me know if you guys have seen this. This is the Coca-Cola with coffee. This is vanilla. Now, there was a regular one, but I thought, things like this can either be good or they can be gross, so let's go with the vanilla and check it out. So, it says simply Coca-Cola with coffee. Coca-Cola with coffee. Great Coca-Cola taste blended with rich, luxurious coffee. Coca-Cola with coffee and vanilla flavors. Other natural flavors, 70 calories per can. Oh, no. Does this have some kind of stevia or something? You know I don't like stevia. I don't like fake sweetener. Okay, well, I'm not seeing anything but 70 calories per can. That's a bit scary. So here's what the can looks like. Let's get right into this. Let me know if you guys have seen this. I do apologize. Usually I bring a clear cup. So, man, my nails are getting long. Let me grab some scissors here. But yeah, I had the super cool Valentine's Day dress I got on clearance. Got this at Kohl's a while back, if you're wondering. And then the eyeshadow right quick is from the Ciate London palette that we got in the Allure Beauty box. Check that video out if you haven't. I did cancel that for now because, no spoiler alert, we got a different kind of box coming and it's not makeup. I thought we'd put our box fillers out and check out some other things. Am going to do a makeup video haul coming up, so don't you worry about that. And, yeah, so I thought we'd put our fillers out and see what other boxes are out there. I know not everybody's into makeup. Alrighty, first time having this, let's do it. Oh, sorry. Oh, I apologize. Oh, gosh, you guys, is this what it's going to be? It's just spewing out the... Hold on, guys. I was trying not to make a mess. And now... Okay. I am getting some kind of weird sweetener, definitely. I do get the vanilla off bat a little bit. Really not tasting coffee. Let's take another sip here. But, I am getting some kind of strange stevia. What's the other pink packet? Equal. Yeah, I'm not into the fake sweeteners, guys. I really aren't. I'm not. Excuse me. I get a very, very faint hint of coffee, guys. I really thought this would be more coffee packed. I mean, I'm sorry, I keep being like, let me take another drink, but it's like I'm not really getting coffee. Get a tiny coffee at the end, but I'm just kind of getting like a sweetener Coke. Not bad, I'm going to drink it because we got a lot to do tonight, but definitely wouldn't buy it again, not my favorite. But I think it was like $1.25 a can, $1 a can, you know, when stuff comes out like this. That's not gonna work. Got some new coasters coming. So those ought to be pretty cool. I'll show them when those get here. I got those off Etsy, so let's get into this. Alrighty, I did skip the da-da-da-da-da-da. I was like, we don't need to see that. We've heard it a million times. We do have some snacks. Again, I don't mean to rumble, and I know that some of you guys made a comment in the last video. I'm going to try to nip it down. Now, I used to do my notes when I had time, but sometimes I just don't have the time to do through the notes lately, but hopefully I can get back to that. I do try to get these out quick, you know, and try and get them out for you guys. So sometimes that's why, excuse me. Sometimes I do have notes and sometimes I don't. If it's something I've been researching, but with this, it's hot and new and I want to get it up. So let's get right into this and then we'll talk about it. It's, let's just say from the beginning that Foodie Beauty really hates when people critique her or say mean things about her. But yet I find that men are very, men have a, they have to have a purpose. Men have to have a purpose in her life to mean something. She uses men like objects to me. Here she makes fun of a man's eating, which, honey, I don't know if you've ever played back your videos. And I did check out Little Cringe. It's like a compilation channel that I noticed the other day. She said in the video that she likes to talk with her mouth open and chewing. I think that is absolutely revolting. That is one of the worst things about her videos, is the mouth chewing and the sounds. So, let's just get right into it, and then we'll get to what I'm talking about. If you're new to my channel, I do have a dog named Sugar Bear and a bulldog named Simon. If you hear strange, weird licking noises, drinking noises, the tripod move, you know, I know that we've picked up a couple new people along the way. Welcome, everyone. Nice to meet you. I am Kaya. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me.
Drop it like it's hot.
Oh, sweet stars. First off, let me pull this up why I'm doing it. So I totally see that we're in manic mode, and you know why we're in manic mode. We've got fast food. I've said this before, the greasier the food, the junky it is, the more high energy, the more wild she is. Let's do it. I'll try not to pause it as much. I know I've got a couple critiques on that, and you guys, don't be afraid to share things with me. I'm totally open for critique. I know I'm not perfect and I'm new to this, so yeah, don't be afraid to say things. I'm not Foodles.
Hi guys! So you're probably thinking this is not a time warp video. I messed up my own schedule. I'm bad at schedules, which is why I don't like to do schedules. What is this crap? Iced tea. I wanted a lemonade. Well, anyways, I like iced tea. So, tomorrow is supposed to be the time warp. Today is a TMI story. I'm telling you about my Bill Paxton lover.
Okay, let's pause it right there. I'm going to try to not interrupt in sentences. I know that's another critique I've got. God forbid that somebody messed her drink up. You know, it is what's going on in the world. You know, we'll call it the situation. And no means am I trying to shed light upon it. There's certain words that YouTube and the system is kind of really watching out for. So the C word seems to be one of them. So you guys, so just a heads up, there's some words when we do certain videos that we're going to have to make up our own little lingo for, or I'm going to have to hold up like a index card. So here we are. God forbid that somebody gets the drink wrong. They're out there working their little tails off. It is absolutely freezing, and they're working their little tails off, and they forgot her wrong drink. So this means to say right here that she didn't pick this up herself. To me, what I'm saying, this was another Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever, skip the dishes. I don't mess with stuff like that. You know, no disrespect to anybody that does. I know some people don't drive. I know some people are in disability, and I'm not saying that. But Foodie does have a car, and she does go out and about. Just like the other day, I wanted to make a notion that when she ate the McDonald's, they were all pumping her up to get. She had just said she went to the pet store. So why wouldn't you get the McDonald's while you're already out and about? Let's get right into it.
over some... Oh, sorry. I know some of you don't like when I rip the bag. Ooh. Let me set this up. The guy didn't have a crush on me because he gave me one zesty for a large onion ring.
Oh.
All right. Let's get this all here. Set up here.
Thumbnail pose. Did you catch that? Did you catch that? The thumbnail pose. Somebody taking notes? So here we go. We've got a large onion ring. We've got a giant Whopper. I think she said it's the Angry Whopper or some sort. And we've got some kind of new loaded potato. I don't know, somethings. Couldn't just get one. Or no, excuse me. I think they're like loaded chicken nuggets or spicy chicken nuggets. All dressed nuggets, if I'm not for sure. Because she talked about the all dressed. I did skim through this. It's the all dressed nuggets because she talked about all dressed chips. So instead of picking one or the other, we have both. Instead of getting a small onion ring she could have got, or she could have sufficed just the nugs with the small onion ring. But no, we've got to supersize all the way, baby.
Ranch. I wonder how much the sales of ranch have gone up, probably exponentially, since mukbangers came into play. American, Canadian ones, North American ones anyways.
Ranch has been around for years, y'all.
Beauty bite, zesty.
That was a vicious bite, y'all. I don't know what that's all about. If that's part of the, we're just going to call it feedies for the robot and system's sake, feedies. I know that they're really cracking down on certain words. We're going to call them feedies. What is that for? I've been starving at times. I just ate some carrot and hummus before I make my dinner here in a little bit, and I'm absolutely starving, but good night. That was quite the vicious bite.
Now, let me tell you what I have here.
Oh, please do.
These are new. All dressed chicken nuggets. So, you know, all dressed chips? I don't know if you guys have them in the U.S. I don't think so. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But all dressed chips.
We do have them.
They're like a tangy...
Ruffles makes them.
How would I describe all dressed? Like a tangy barbecue.
Okay, so let me describe all dressed for you, since she has a really serious... they're good. They're good. Okay, let me do it. So, they're kind of like a salt and vinegary. They have like a vinegary taste, and then they've got like some barbecue added. That is what all dressed is. Ruffles makes them. They're quite delicious, I must say, but that is what all dressed is. It's got a hint of vinegar. It's got kind of like a barbecue. That's what all dressed is, since it takes her, they're good. That's pretty much her description.
Cute. So they're seasoned with all dressed seasoning, like the chips. So let's try it on its own. Beauty bite. It's kind of weird.
Oh, you're gonna eat them.
Those taste like all dressed chips, though. It is good.
What were they supposed to taste like?
And I got the angry.
The smacking in this one is absolutely
but
ridiculous.
One patty instead of two.
Guys, she opted for one patty except for two. Like, you got a daggone large freaking onion ring here. A whole satchel of nuggets. It's not just a 6-pack of nugs. It's a little satchel here. And, yeah, I only got one burger, guys. That was a pretty daggone big burger, I must say.
It would be too much meat for me.
Oh, the noises just have been ridiculous lately.
Oh, we'll get to the story time. Beady bite. What's on the Angry King? Bacon.
Oh, sweet mother of God.
Onion straws, jalapenos, mayo, some kind of sauce, hot sauce.
Some kind of hot sauce. Couldn't bear to look up the description, could we?
It's really good.
You gotta be crapping my canoe. Did she really just edit in the shh? She really thinks that is cute. I'm sorry, but that is not cute to me. Let's get a swiggle right quick of this terrible thing here. I don't like this fake sweetness. And no disrespect, you know, everybody's taste buds are different. So maybe your taste buds taste different, but it's just I just get like a weird after sweet taste. And again, if your taste buds and you like it, you know, maybe you'll like it.
I was craving.
Sugar's over here moving around, if that's what y'all hear.
Alright.
I was gonna say, if not, we're back to skip.
Bill Paxton lover. This guy looks like Bill Paxton. A younger Bill Paxton. Who, I didn't even know, passed away in 2017. So rest in peace, Bill Paxton. I liked him as an actor.
Pause for the cause right quick, guys. This might be alone because I'm trying to catch you up on everything. So, you might say, Kaya, why didn't you react to the creepypasta? Well, I'm going to tell you why I didn't react to the creepypasta, because I probably wouldn't be able to control myself. That's why. I think that it's a very teetering line when you sit there and shove your gauntlet full of food and you talk about murders, especially, I mean, murders of any sort, but murders of 2 young girls. I found that there was no compassion, no empathy, which we know she doesn't have that, but that video really made me feel some sort of way. I was going to cover it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to be a you-know-what in this video, and I don't want to do it. I don't like videos with that. Some people can pull it off because you can see the compassion that they have. Her, I don't like when she discusses murders, crime things, people getting hurt. I don't like it at all. So that is why we didn't cover the creepypasta, the feta thing. And again, I think it was a reach also to do the TikTok thing. I think she's really pulling for these titles with TikTok pasta. I think the pasta looked absolutely ridiculous. There was no sauce at all. It was dry as all get up. So that's why we didn't cover the creepypasta, because the only thing creepy is her not having empathy and sitting there shoving your face full when people got murdered. And I do feel horrible for those little girls, and that's why we didn't cover it. So just a heads up, I don't like those.
He was in Twister and Near Dark. Underrated movie. Right. Do you remember how I told you I used to work? I was like, I don't know. I don't even know my age in some of these stories. 19 or 20, I think. I had to work a summer job at this telemarketing place.
Okay, pause right quick. I'm sorry, but there's just a lot to cover in this. Okay, so here we go. This is where I have 2 ways we go with this video. A, is this real? Because every lover of hers has looked like some kind of celebrity. I, you know, was a wild vixen when I was young, let's just say. But I don't quite think of anybody that I can think of, you know, that looked like a celebrity. They just look like who they were. So that's what makes me wonder, are these real? Have we got down to the line where we're making up the stories? I do believe some of them are real. I don't believe the squirrel with the couple, the older couple. I don't believe that was real. I do believe the one with the bathroom and, you know, projectiling both ends. I do think that was real, because why else would you tell that story? That was absolutely vile and humiliating, and I cannot look at her ever since she told that story years ago the same. So I do believe some of them have instincts of things. I do believe that one. But I don't think the older people with the squirrel is true. That I don't. This is what makes me wonder. I feel like she would have told this story before. We've gotten to the point where she's told stories twice. Here's another thing about this story that she talks about this call center. She's ragged on this lady before about the older lady that took her job serious, that had the Werthers in her cubicle, and her cubicle was decorated. Some people, Chantel, unlike you, take their job seriously, and no matter what they do, it could be whatever, and they put effort into it. They do what they're supposed to do. They do their job and they put effort into it. There's nothing wrong with some lady saying she doesn't want to look at your see-through pants every damn day at work. That to you, see, this is where Chantel picks people and picks, because a lady took her job seriously, had Werther's on her desk cubicle, and told on her, you know what? She might not have wanted to look at your see-through pants every damn day. So this lady was a brown noser, she calls her in here. Let's keep moving. I cannot stand when she cries woof and says, everybody makes fun of me, everybody talks about me, and then you do this to people and you talk about them a certain way and you stereotype this lady out because she had Werther's at her desk and decorated her desk and told the boss she didn't want to see your damn see-through thongs. So she's a brown noser, okay? And before, one more thing. Sorry, I'm getting riled up. This, how she talks about this guy coming up is revolting. You say that you want to be nice, you want to be positive, and you talk body positivity, but yet you say you're coming up, so I don't have to pause it, and you're talking about a guy eating. Honey, you might want to rewind your videos here and see how you sound eating, because you sound like a damn cow grazing. And I didn't say she was a cow. I said she sounded like a cow grazing before that gets turned around.
Might have been a bit older than that. Around that age. Anyway.
Come on now, tell the story.
The telemarketing place with that brown noser woman who told on me because my skirt was see-through.
Oh, excuse me, her skirt was see-through. Wow.
That place.
Yikes.
We had to sell pantyhose, CDs,
I worked at a place like this. I'll tell a story.
Figurines.
It was one of my first jobs. Well,
I was on like a
I think it was.
Where we'd end pretty late. And the bus would be out of circulation at that time. I come from a pretty small town and the bus service wasn't the greatest. At the time. So
I don't picture baby Chantel riding the bus. I just don't. I feel like she would throw a fit about... Let me know in the comments if y'all feel this way. I don't see her riding the bus. I feel like she would be like, I don't want to ride the bus. I'm not standing out in the cold. I don't want to sit beside people. I feel like I just don't see her riding the bus. Let me know if y'all feel the same way, but... I feel like her sense of entitlement, I don't see Chantel riding a bus. I just don't, even in her younger days.
I was always worried about catching rides.
I love you too.
I remember my mom being like, somebody might try to make friends and find out if somebody...
Try to make friends.
And who can drop you back home or whatever on the way back.
This is somebody that's 16 working a job. Did you guys' mom at 16 ever say, try to make friends, Kaya, so you can catch a ride? Dude, hello. I didn't need my mom at 16. Oh, Kaya, try to make... No, Kaya was like, I need to find some friends, or I got some friends. I'm about to hitch a ride, or... You know what I mean? You don't need your mom to guide you at 16. At least I did. I was quite the, I don't know how to say it. We got story times. I pretty much paved my own way.
That stressed me out because I have social anxiety in a lot of ways.
She had social anxiety, but if y'all recall, remember, she said back in the day she was the life of the party. She was a party animal. So how do those two things go hand in hand? Because they don't. If you have social anxiety, you're not the life of the party. You're not a party animal. You're sitting in the corner. So which is it here? See, that's where these stories have loops if you catch them. Back in the day, she was a party animal. She was the life of the party. She was a party girl. And then now it's in, well, my mom said go make friends. Do you see how there's little loopholes in the stories that don't make sense and add up?
The brown noser who told on me should probably rather see me freeze and walk home in my thong. So, there were a couple of nice guys who were generous, but...
Did you catch that? There were a couple of nice guys that were generous. So Chantel didn't think that no girl has a car. None of her girlfriends, or try to make girlfriends that have a car. Chantel has this thing, Chantel has this thing where she relies on men. When she wants something, she relies on men. She didn't say, oh, maybe I'll find a girl buddy. I'll find a neat, best girlfriend out of the deal. There was a couple cool guys. Because Chantel doesn't like women. We've seen that. As you see, she's calling this woman a brown noser. She really doesn't have too many things to say about neither sex. But you notice when it comes down to wanting something, it was always a guy she would go to.
They were generous with a motive. I told you about the one guy with the truck. Reminded me of Boomhauer. The one who wanted to watch that cannibal movie. Got finger happy and watched the cannibal movie.
First and foremost, that makes me want to throw up here. And that second off, you didn't say you were, I don't even know how to say this for the words that you weren't harassed, let's just say. The one that got if you let people do something to you, and now you're coming back saying it, you obviously felt some sort of way back then if you let him do it, because you weren't going to sit here and say that you were harassed, you know what I mean? I'm trying to watch what I say, but it's like the one that got finger happy. Well, you're the one that let him get finger happy, and I don't even like hearing myself say that because it sounds disgusting, but good night. She paints these guys in such a light that it pisses me off to where it's like they're beneath her, but yet you were hanging out with them at the time, Chantel. She paints these guys in such a light that if they didn't do anything for her, or they weren't sexually attracted to her, or even if they were now, they're garbage. As Amy would say, garbage. Get over yourself.
Storytime somewhere on my channel. This guy, the Bill Paxton guy, was another guy. Got to talking on smoke breaks. Kind of hinted around how cold it was outside and how it's going to suck having to walk home. And he just kept smoking and went, yeah. And then after a minute of awkward silence, he was like, well, I can give you a lift if you want.
Quit, Shunk.
I was like, yes. But then, on one condition kind of thing, like, do you want to,
Then that's where if you don't want to do it, and I know most of you guys are my age that watch me, or roundabout or older, what in this... If you didn't want to go home with him, and if you thought in your mind it was under one condition, you got your happy ass in that car and rode with them, and you went home with them like we're about to find. Sorry to spoil it, but I don't want to keep pausing it, but here we go, and get ready. This is where shit starts to hit the fan when I get mad. Here she goes talking shit about this guy. You obviously liked him at some point in way because you went home with them and did the Pokemon and Mambo. I don't know what the hell I was trying to say, but you went home with them and mamboed the night away. So stop making fun of people and thinking you're better than other people when you went home with this guy and did the whatever. Good night.
Hang out with me at my place. Have a couple of drinks first and then I'll drive you home. Kind of thing.
Wait a minute here. Drinking and driving, never a good idea. So here we go. Once again, another Chantel story that equals drinking and driving. So I'm going to have a couple drinks and then I'm going to drive you home. Well, obviously you were down for drinking and driving because you specifically, you know, and I'm not saying that I'm not saying in my teenage years that I was an angel. Yes, yeah. Unfortunately, I've got in cars with people young and drunk, and that was absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But it was like, this was premeditated. Have we been in parties and been like, I want to go home, we want to get out of here, let's go, how to go? Most definitely. And I'm not saying that, no, don't ever drink and drive, it's ridiculous. But you're sitting here saying this was premeditated, that we'll go to my place, have a couple drinks, and then I'll drive you home. No. And if you're younger watching me, like I said, do not drink and drive. Do not get in the car with friends. I've made stupid, ridiculous choices when I was young that I wish I could take back, and I've put myself in a lot of danger when I was young. So do not get in the car with somebody drunk. Call an Uber, call a taxi. If the bus is still running, call your family, call a friend, call your mom. Call somebody, but don't put yourself in sticky situations like this. I know most of you guys are older, but I really just want to put that out there. Don't do stupid things I did.
It was nice, and a part of me was just like, whatever, I guess. Never learned my lesson. So, drive over to his house. And then we had a short, the work weeks were very short for us anyway. There were some regulars, like the brown noser, who got
maybe the brown noser did her job, and maybe she made the company money and did what she was supposed to do, so that's why they let her work on the weekends, because she was an asset to the company and not somebody that was sitting outside trying to smoke cigarettes and hang out and make out with people and hang out. Could that be why? I don't know. Maybe why she got extra hours. And here's another thing I noticed too. She's working, but yet I never had any money back then. What'd you do with your money back then? Buy food and not worry about how you were going to get to work? And I'm not saying that to be mean, to shame somebody's addiction. This is what these people don't understand, that this girl has a serious condition, that her life legitimately rules her life, and they just egg it on. The comments on here, and I found it very obscure that I don't like this. Do you get ever tired of eating so much food? I would have gut rot if I ate that much grease. Let me read this right quick. Looks like you eat too much as is. Looks like you eat out too much as is. Don't ever bully, especially when you're the same size. 30 sums up. Laura comes up with the comment. Who cares? Go away, hater. Be kind, guys. It's a simple question. People can't even say nothing over there without freaking people just jumping down their throats, man. It's like a little freaking... You know what? People can't even say anything. Good night.
So,
she has molded these people into where if they just have one thing, and the lady wasn't even mean about it, they just get their little tails ripped over there. I'm sorry, but what kind of community is that? You can't say anything. You have to be a mute or say what she wants you to. Ridiculous.
A few days after, and he offered me some drinks, and
yada yada yada.
Drinks.
Okay.
It was like Budweiser.
Hold on.
Turn off.
Oh, Miss Budweiser, sure enough, first off, you look like a natural light girl yourself, and nobody that drinks, you know, no disrespect to nobody, because I've drank a lot of natural lights in my time, but first off, dude, Budweiser is one of the more expensive beers. A lot of guys that I know, it's just their go-to beer, so, oh, now we're beer shaming? Now can we, I didn't know there was a thing called beer shaming. Since you would have shamed everything, don't be shaming people's choice of beer. You know how many men I know drink Budweiser? Working in a bar? Like, it's just, men go to the store. Hey, give me a 12-pack of Budweiser. Hey, give me a 6-pack. Give me a case. You look like a natural light girl yourself, but hey, who am I? You didn't buy the beer because you said you didn't have any money.
So good. Anyway,
So free beer is free beer.
we're having Budweiser. And I drank too much.
Oh, God.
And beer doesn't agree with my gut.
Honey,
Didn't back
nothing
then
agrees
either.
with your gut.
So, he had too much to drink, so of course he can't drive me home. So,
What did you think was going to happen?
and back then I didn't have any money to my name, like for a cab or whatever.
Where's your work
Didn't want to
money?
bug my mom because I was delinquent already. So I just took over. Now, he had a small apartment. You know the deal.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let the shaming begin. And I'm going to be quiet. I know this is getting long. I do apologize. Let the shaming begin. Get ready. There's so many things she's about to say and so much I can say, but I'm going to really try not to because I'm sure you guys will get it. He had a really small apartment. Well, you know what? You just said you didn't have any money and you didn't have a car and you laid with your mom. So at least he had his own place. She's going to talk about how he's got religious figures and his headboard and the way his room looks. These people, I read the comments, are eating this up. You are funny. He had doilies in his room. Maybe his great-grandma, like me, that it's his best buddy, made him them doilies. Dude, you don't know what somebody got this shit from. You don't know if those were his mother's statues, those were his grandma's, those were his father. You don't know where the doilies came from. His great-grandma could have made him those, and that was the only memory he had left. Get off your high horse and knock it off. I don't know who this girl thinks she is, and I'm sorry to be acting, but get ready. Here we go. Let's just see, because everything didn't meet her expectations here. Let's do this. I'll be quiet. Just listen.
We ended up, you know.
Oh, he was obviously cool enough to, you know, do the horizontal mumbo.
But, let me get back to, I hate sleeping out
No,
at guys' places because
then you should have saved your money and got a taxi. Come on.
the beer. I knew with my bathroom problems, and it's TMI, I warned you if you're grossed out, but
Hey, time out. Heads up. Yeah, this does get a bit raunch. Just a heads up. If you got a razzle-dazzled belly or, you know, you're feeling a little ill today, this does get a little dazzly of the guts.
I knew I was going to have to go to the bathroom. And of course his bathroom didn't have a fan to block out noise. It was small bathroom, small apartment. Bathroom
So
near the bedroom.
what?
Horror story. But, oh, and this guy, okay. The thing that bugged me about him was that he ate like Chunk the groundhog. It's an Instagram famous rodent. You'd have to see him eating. I'll try to post a picture. No joke.
Did this girl really just talk about the way somebody ate? Go check out Not Again's channels. Welcome. We love the Grub Gang. The Grub Gang, excuse me. This girl drops so much stuff on the ground and doesn't pick it up. Doesn't use a napkin half the time. Has stuff the other day. She had Parmesan in her hair and the creepy pasta. Stuff on her chin, Parmesan, and you got sauce all over you. We see grease stains on your clothes sometimes, and you really got the nerve to talk about somebody eating like a damn groundhog? Can you just replay one of your own videos and react to it for us? And let's talk about the way you eat. Will you react to that, Chantel? If you see this, let's react to one of your videos how you eat pumpkin. And holler back at your girl and then we'll talk. The hell out of here.
He ate like...
This blows my mind, man.
Like, all the food would foam around his mouth. It was just...
He ate like you!
So... And he would sometimes spit food. Anyway, back to that night.
We're really pulling the story on this one.
His bedroom was really weird. It looked like... It was his grandma's room or something. Like, his apartment was weird because it was like bachelor kind of pad.
Maybe he took care of his grandma like a good boy, like you try to stunt like you do. Maybe his grandma had to stay with them for a while, and maybe they shared the apartment because he was a good boy. Not everybody has life perfect. Sometimes they help their family members, or maybe grandma gave him that stuff when she passed. You want to apartment shame somebody and you just had to spend $415 to get boxes carried out because you couldn't take the boxes or your happy pet Petey wouldn't do it? Stop. Who do you think you are? You keep playing these games shaming people and talking about, oh, his apartment was too little. He had a van and he had a mom van and he had a dad bod. I don't know if you're running out of mirrors or you don't have mirrors at your spot. I don't know, man. Might want to check in the mirror, Bob.
He had like those doily curtains.
So what? At least he had curtains.
His headboard on his bed.
At least he's got a headboard.
Shelves. It was like a brown headboard with shelves. And there were like religious figurines like the Virgin Mary. And
so what?
The manger, baby Jesus.
And? Big deal. Oh, look, guys. She's doing suck. Look, we got sauce in her mouth, but this guy eats like a groundhog, guys.
This guy grabs my head.
Okay, first off, this is where shit starts to get weird for me. She talks about this guy grabs my head. First off, you ain't grabbing my damn head unless I want you to. I don't care if I was freaking 16. I don't care the age now, in my 20s. You ain't grabbing my damn head unless I want you to. That's the thing here. She makes it like these people do these things to her. You know what? You let him do it. He grabs my head like, well, you let him grab your head. You should have spoke up and say, please don't grab my head, or please don't do that. You let these people do this to you. If this is real.
As if he wants to get a good grip. And just hoovers my face with that chunk the groundhog mouth. My face was so far in his face I could taste his dinner.
This chick acts like she's got perfect teeth. She freaking, everything about her is freaking perfect. Dude, there's nobody perfect in the world. There's nobody that's freaking everybody's got an insecurity. My teeth are my biggest insecurity. I've told you guys that. She just really puts herself on a pedestal, and I don't think she sees what, and I'm not saying Chantel is ugly. Her personality is what makes her ugly. These things talking about people this way is what makes her unpleasant. You know, you say, oh, I'm body positivity. Don't body shame. We've heard you talk about baloney nipples, a dad bod, yada, yada, yada. Dude, you're not perfect, man. Get over it.
Oops.
Your teeth are not freaking... My teeth are ugly, yes, I know, but yours aren't the greatest looking. They don't look like veneers and freaking perfect pearly whites, buddy.
It was so forceful, I fell back.
No, you should have snatched him by the face,
too
too.
hard, but hard enough, I guess. Hit my head on the headboard, which caused one of the Virgin Mary statues to go flying. I'm like, oh. So, I picked up the religious figurine, and to try to stall the makeout session a bit, I was like, whose stuff is this?
Let me just say something here. I know there are a couple younger of you that do watch me. Don't ever put yourself in a situation that it seems like she's put herself in. If you feel like you want to go home somewhere, and I know most of you guys are my age, but we do have a couple, you know, they're of age that watch me, but we do have a couple younger people that hang out with us here in our little community. Don't ever feel obligated to do something. You call home, you call a friend. Don't ever, if you want to go home and you're somewhere, don't make the mistake that you ever feel obligated to do anything, because you don't. Don't ever feel that you're obligated to do anything for a ride, for whatever. Make sure if you're somewhere new, you're out on a new date, keep your phone handy, get you some pepper spray, call your mom, call a friend, say, hey, I'm at such and such restaurant, or if you go somewhere to watch a movie, hey, I'm at so-and-so's house, and you keep your phone beside you. If this is somebody new, you know, everybody meets somebody new when they start dating or hang out, you know, but I've even came across some shady situations myself, but don't ever feel obligated to do anything if you don't have to. And I have been in situations like that, and I was young, and now that I look back, and I was like, nobody will ever treat me like that again. Nobody will ever do things to me and hold things over my head. So don't ever do that. Learn from experience.
And you just like, who cares, and just threw it. And I swear, I heard it hit another religious figurine somewhere in the room. I heard a clank. There was a bottle of Bengay on the counter too, on the dresser too. I'm like, this has to be his grandma's room or something.
At least he didn't show a half-used feminine product in his freaking medicine cabinet. Hama and a bunch of veggie.
It was weird. Anyway.
Yeah, you spilled the beans with that everywhere.
Eventually we pass out. I maybe had like an hour's sleep total, because every time I had gas, I had to pass wind. It would wake me up because I'm trying to hold him in so he doesn't hear me. I don't wake him up with my farts. So I'm like, I'd have to wake up every time I had to pass gas just to clench him, you know?
Alright, guys, this is pretty much it. We've got to throw farts in. I really think I've mentioned this before, that she has some kind of fetish with dew and farts. I 100% stand on that. So, we're getting long. You don't miss anything. She wakes up. She's about to do her pants. He wants to go to a hot dog place. She proclaims it was his idea to go eat. And she says, I don't want to go eat. Well, they end up going and eating at a hot dog place. She doesn't have any money. She gets there and says, I hope you're buying. Well, I hope he is too at this rate after all you went through, it sounds like. But anyway, so she says, I don't have any money. I hope you're buying lunch. I don't have any money. And pretty much that was that. She makes fun of his curtains. She makes fun of his statues. She constantly makes fun of his stuff. And I feel, again, like I said, that unless you serve some sort of purpose in her life, if you are a man, a woman, whoever you are, if you do not do something for her, you are not of use. I firmly believe that. The way she talks about women, she degrades them because they don't want to see her see-through skirt. The way she talks about men, unless they do what they want, or they have this lavish place or a freaking Ferrari to pick her up. Back in the day, she was never satisfied. So We're going to get into our snack of the day in another video. This is super long. Hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment. It really helps. And let me know how you feel about this. The comments were eating this up. They loved it. I find it very repulsive to treat people like this and use them like objects. And they just... I don't know what else to say. I think I pretty much got through. So leave me a comment. Shoot me a thumbs up. We'll be back talking about the OnlyFans. We've got some other stuff to get in tonight. Don't you worry. I'm going to drink this Coca-Cola coffee. We got a lot to get ahead to tonight. So we got a little bit of a haul coming up. I will see you guys in a minute. Have a great day, great night, depending when you're watching this. And I will see you later. Kaya is out.